In this video, you will learn how to import historic data into Excel using the history icon in the MarketView Excel toolbar add-in. Step number 1, put your cursor in the desired spot in your spreadsheet. Then click on your MarketView tab and click on History on the upper left-hand corner. Once you see the Insert History window, you can choose your symbols on the left-hand side on the symbol tree or type them in there manually. For this exercise, I'll be using the NYMEX Prudhoe symbol. After you type in your symbol, you can change your currency unit or measure by clicking on the down arrow and choosing a corresponding source. In here, you can change your currency and unit or measure accordingly. If not, just go back to the default settings. Under the field section, the default field is always a close field, or you can also choose additional fields there as well. These fields will be populated as long as the data vendor provides data for those fields. On the bottom left-hand corner are some additional options to pick from. The one on the left-hand side is daily. This will bring in daily pricing. If you click on the down arrow there, we have additional options. You can put in a weekly average, monthly average, quarterly average, or a yearly average. You can also look at intraday ticks for futures prices, or if you want to create a seasonal history import, use a seasonal option there as well. I'm going to go back and choose the daily. Where it says last, this will give you the last X number of days. In this case, it's giving us 10 days. Default is basically 30 days. If you click on the down arrow there too, we have some other options. You have date range. The date range gives you a start date and an end date. Our third option is the dynamic date range. This is used whenever you put a start date and an end date anywhere on your spreadsheet, and you want to reference those dates using the pick range from and pick range to. Otherwise, we'll go back to the last option there, which is the default setting. Again, 30 days is always your default. Weekdays provides prices Monday through Friday. By clicking on the down arrow, we have other options. Calendar days includes the weekends. Traded days excludes weekends and excludes holidays. And common pricing days are data that gets updated for both different data vendors. Going back to weekdays, ending on today, or if you click on today, you can choose a specific date in order to get data from that date going back in time. By clicking on Preferences on the bottom left-hand corner, we have other options there too. Under Header Options, we have the style of the data you want to look at, the orientation. By default, the show description in the header is already checked. I recommend putting a check mark where it says show symbol name in the header. That way you'll see the symbol name and the description on your spreadsheet. Under footer options, the default is always include average. This will give you an average price at the bottom of your data import. You can also choose minimum price, maximum, or standard deviation. Under formatting, we have keep existing formatting. This by default is unchecked. If you want to save any special type of formatting like color coding or changing the font in your spreadsheet, we should have put a check mark in here. Otherwise, leave it unchecked. Under data options, this is where you tell the software how to handle your holidays. Missing data, right now it's going to leave it blank. Let's say you have a holiday on a Friday. Right now it's going to leave it blank for you. If you click on the down arrow there, you also have fill forward. Fill forward will put Thursday's price on the Friday for you. Fill forward projected is used whenever you want to create a spreadsheet with forward-looking dates, and that way it'll use the last price to fill in those forward prices or forward dates. Bill backward will put or use the following Monday's price and put it on the previous Friday for you. If you interpolate, it'll interpolate Thursday, Monday, and put it on the Friday for you. Or if you show pound NA that's not available, by default, it always leaves it blank. Again, this is used to tell the software how to handle your holidays. Where it says always show currency unit of measure, this by default is unchecked. I would recommend putting a check mark on it. That way you'll see the currency unit of measure. So you know if you're looking at US dollars per barrels or whatever the case may be there on your spreadsheet. Under data options, where it says direction, you can tell the software how to sort your data. The one on the left is your default sort, which is older to newer. The one on the right is newer to older. I'll be using the default one, older to newer there on the left-hand side. Once you're done, click outside the window and it'll go away. And then last but not least, where it says update mode, real-time data just means automatic update. Every time you open up your spreadsheet, it'll update for you automatically one time. If you do not want it to update automatically, you can click on the down arrow there and choose static data. Static data just tells the software not to update it automatically. The only way you can update it is by clicking on the refresh button in the MarketView toolbar add-in. And you can also mark your static data with a different color as well. I'm going to click outside the window and just use the default setting, which is real-time data. Once you're done, click on OK on the bottom right-hand corner. And there's our pricing. If you notice up here on top, on the header, you have your symbol, description, currency, unit of measure, close field, your prices, your dates on the left-hand side, your average price here at the bottom. To make any type of change to your spreadsheet, if you want to add more data, if you want to delete data, or make any type of changes to your parameters, all you have to do is put your cursor in the asterisk. And if you notice there, the asterisk contains all of the commands to our servers. So this is how Excel communicates with our database via the asterisk. So to make any type of change, put your cursor on the asterisk, go back and click on history. And then in here, you can add more symbols by going to your symbol tree or copying and pasting on the top part of your screen there. And again, you can change your fields or your parameters here on the bottom left-hand corner. If I wanted to add another symbol there, I could just type it in there manually and use Ctrl again. Select out. Now we have two symbols there. Click on OK on the bottom right-hand corner to update it. And there's our data. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out to our support team, and they can also help out as well. Thank you for watching.